You have to think that with the injuries suffered to Doug Williams earlier tonight and the fact that he has already competed puts him in a very distinct disadvantage.
Certainly does. He is the wild card in this. He's had to fight a match to get there, but you got to figure that that's going to fire him up to get the job done this time round as well. He's come this far, he'll want it all.
Would Doug Williams be better served by trying to forge an alliance with Ulf Herman here?
Well, we seem to have somewhat of an uneasy alliance between Sterling James Keenan and Abyss. The same alliance that we saw when they were both together before.
Abyss would be stupid to trust Sterling James Keenan on several reasons. Sterling James Keenan is the one who turned his back on Abyss at the anniversary show.
That is correct. And will Abyss find it in him to trust him again, or is Abyss playing Keenan?
Could be a factor. Abyss returning for the title that arguably he never lost.
Yeah, he didn't lose it. He didn't lose that title, and he wants it back.
I'm just hoping he doesn't remember that it was me that stripped him.
Yeah, that could be a problem for you if he does.
I'm cheering for him, actually.
I might just remind him later on.
Don't do that, please.
Because starting off is Sterling James Keenan and Doug Williams. Again, probably not what Doug wanted to happen. You wouldn't have thought he would want to start out in this matchup.
No.
Having a knee injury that nearly cost him his shot.
But if Sterling James Keenan's going to try and mat wrestle with Doug Williams, he can forget about it.
Yeah, Doug Williams is one of the best when it gets down on the ground. There's not many, if any, in the UK at this particular time that could match him move for move.
It's not just the efficiency, it's the speed in which he does it.
And he's got 1,000,001 ways he can tie you up.
He's very graceful for a man of his size and weight.
And they say that he has a counter for every hold.
Apparently he does.
Doug is tagged in Ulf, and Keenan is just nipped out. He's put his head under the ropes. I don't think he's tagged Abyss in.
Does Keenan want any part of Ulf?
It's a good question. It's a good question because
you've got arguably the two most popular men in 1PW squaring off in the ring. Are those Ulf chants louder?
Well, it did seem that way.
You owe Rick a fiver.
Well, all it took was one collar and elbow.
And that was it.
And that was it. And Keenan wanted nothing to do with Ulf. A friendly gesture from the gentleman Doug Williams.
Seeing a chicken side to Sterling James Keenan. Ulf is chain wrestling. Well, do my eyes deceive me, Dale Mills?
Well, they don't, because I'm seeing it as well as Ulf has gone back. He's gone for a wrist lock. And look at Ulf. He's
good grief.
Well, we're seeing a different side to Ulf there.
Yeah, but he didn't see the tag to Sterling James Keenan.
But you've got to admit that I don't think anybody here in the Doncaster Dome tonight has seen that from Ulf Herman before.
I can't believe it.
As he was almost going hold for hold with the anarchist Doug Williams. Oh, and a high back body drop. I thought for a second Keenan was going to land on his head, but he's turned around straight to a big stiff clothesline from Ulf. Followed up by a jaw breaking. Keenan is on the wrong end of a bit of a beating here from Ulf Herman.
Keenan's going to regret tagging it.
That's a beautiful double underhook suplex. Float over straight into the pin cover. And again, with this being elimination, you're not going to see anybody come in to break up any pinfalls.
No, not in the slightest.
Every man will want to.
Here we go.
And this is the big one. This is the two behemoths of 1PW, and they're just going at it. There will be no wrist locks, there'll be no hammer locks, there'll be no takedowns, reversals, but there will be a sneaky attack from the back from Keenan.
Oh!
Let's come back to haunt him as Ulf saw that coming, and a big running knee lift has sent Abyss out. as everybody's been ejected from the ring, and
Doug Williams
is stood there in the ring.
Standing. This has got to be a mistake, surely.
And Doug Williams is going to the top rope while all the three guys are outside.
Whoa!
And Doug is like a human bowling ball, has just scattered the pins of these three opponents.
And with a weak knee, is that really the best thing to be doing?
Well, I guess if Doug can get up and roll in the ring and maybe beat a 10 count if there is all three eliminated. Because this is getting... Well, it's broken down. I guess
the referee can't count them out.
No, we can't count all four of them out. We'll have a non-finish.
You can't count three of them. The bell can't change hands on a count out.
No. And now we've completely lost
all semblance of control.
It's all over as Doug and Keenan have split off, and Abyss and Ulf are somewhere in the arena just probably beating the crap out of each other.
We are struggling to see anything here.
Well, there's Abyss and Ulf. If we take a glance to the screens behind us, we can actually see a little bit of the action.
I think they're brawling up the stairs at this moment.
Oh my God, they are indeed.
The infamous Doncaster Dome balcony may come into play here.
Well, I can see there's Abyss and Ulf over to our right, just beating the hell out of each other, and Doug Williams is trying to chuck Sterling James Keenan.
This isn't the usual Doug Williams tactic.
Well, he wants that belt at him. He wants it in a bad way because he's
willing to throw another man off a balcony.
I mean, you
do it. It's Sterling.
People, when you see Doug Williams and he's aggressive in the ring, but he's always got that air of gentleman about him. You think you can trust him to do the right thing in the ring and keep it clean, keep it submission, mat base, stretchy left, right, centre. But it's always
he's got him in a Boston Crab up on the balcony.
He has. It's almost an elevated Boston Crab. I think he's almost leaning all the way back in a...
If someone could get a message to Doug Williams, if he throws Sterling James Keenan off the balcony, I will treble his wages.
I think Keenan, he's picked him up. It was almost a lion tamer on the top there, as he was very elevated. I've completely lost where Ulf Herman and Abyss are.
Crawling up the other stands.
Oh, yeah, there they are. There's Ulf. Doug, you just don't see this kind of hardcore action from Doug Williams.
I thought that was Abyss, but as it transpired, it was just a fat emo with big hair. Oh my God!
Was that Doug Williams?
He's gone all the way down the stairs.
Jesus.
And the fans speak the truth.
Really can't see from our vantage point what's going on at the moment.
It appears that by the merchandise table, Abyss and Ulf Herman continuing. They haven't stopped.
Maybe they're picking up their tickets for tomorrow night's shows. Something's broke. Somebody's broke.
I think someone's just gone through a table.